So as the Helibase trainee, I'm responsible for the helicopters here, the crews, making sure there's organization as far as they're getting the information, the supplies that they need every day. They understand what the mission objective is for the day. I'm coordinating their logistics, missions like the recons, coordinating with the air attack what we have available. For safety, we have restrictions on flight time for the pilots. So we're tracking all of their flight time, and then we coordinate that with the air ops section and the air attacks so that they can plan out for the day what they have available and how long they can fly them. We provide cargo missions for crews that are in areas that are inaccessible to road access. That can be anything from firefighting equipment and tools to meals and food supplies. It helps them accomplish their mission without having, several mile hike back to a remote spike camp and then hike back in every day. It allows them to wake up and work immediately. We also provide cargo for line construction, whether it's additional tools and equipment. So typically, Helibase receives an assignment through an air attack or somebody on the ground. They'll call us via radio and they relay information such as the division they want us in or what part of the fire they want us in. And we have a map that displays all of the dip sites that we've looked at and surveyed for approval. Those dip sites are then usually coordinated through air attack, which tells the Helibase, and we communicate that via radio to whatever pad is what we call it, where the aircraft's assigned. That pad manager briefs the pilots, makes sure that they have all the information that they need, and then they launch out of here. Once they get inside that area, they'll contact the air attack and he guides them in. And the pilots are communicating constantly back and forth over the radio. And then oftentimes the pilots will be in contact with boots on the ground. So it might be a hot shot, for example, or an engine crew member, and they'll be directing the buckets. Without that support from crews on the ground providing hand line construction or dozer line or some sort of containment, that unsupported water is only slowing the fire. It'll eventually evaporate and the fire will eventually progress. So if you don't have any sort of good containment line to back up behind that water, it's going to continue to burn. Helicopters and drones obviously don't mix. Not being in communication with a drone operator is very dangerous for the aircraft. They can get ingested into engines, they can hit rotors, and ultimately what happens when there's a drone that's not in communication, that's not one of our drones, flying near the Helibase or near the fire, is all the aircraft have to land. And that is a huge impedance to the firefighting operation. There could be homes threatened, a potential breaking point and of catching a certain area of the fire, and if that's when there's a drone incursion, for the safety of our pilots and our crews on the ground, we can't risk it. And so that means the helicopters are going to be coming back to land, and ultimately that could make the difference in our firefighting operation. So it's crucial that even if there's no TFR or regardless of the information that you have on hand, if you see an firefighting aircraft working on a fire, don't fly a drone in that area.